Step into the vibe, oh yeah. Feel the rhythm rise high, we're living life. Let's fly, off tap life. Sky's the limit, no shy. Off tap life.
What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction request. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing, join the family. We'd love to have you. And yeah, reaction request time, guys. This one is from Jazzy J. Jazzy J wants to hear John Farnham, Pressure Down, and it's going down right about now. So make sure you've got your popcorn and all those goodies ready to go because John Farnham is about to blow. All right, without further ado, for me, Jazzy J, and all of you, let's get off tap. So I heard a story that Freddie Mercury was talking to John Farnham one day, and he was talking to him, and he goes, "Oh," so Freddie goes to John Farnham. He goes, "Oh, darling, things are just so crazy. I feel like I'm under pressure." And then John Farnham said, "Yo, keep it cool, mate. All you gotta do is keep the pressure down."
What the fuck?
You know, sometimes in your head, things sound different than what they do when they actually come out your mouth, and then you wish you could just go back in time and not have said it. Yeah, that might be one of those times now. I mean, it sounded funnier in my head, but then somewhere it just didn't. Nah. Maybe I was under pressure. Okay, so let's move on. Anyways, let's take a moment to appreciate John Farnham. He's awesome. Great energy. The moment he comes, you automatically, like, literally, he walks on the stage and it's like, oh my gosh. Because it's really exciting because he is so cool, so good. Voice of freaking the angels and just, like, absolutely just brilliant. Great energy, great aura. What's not to like, right? And this whole song right here is a vibe, right? It's something a bit different than I think we've actually kind of heard him do out of my other reactions I've reacted to. By the way, I've done others, so if you're new here and you ain't seen them, go check out my previous videos, because we like John Farnham around here. He's awesome. All right, anyways, let's let him cook, and then I will feed you some more of my thoughts in a bit. Okay? Okay.
Someone turn the pressure up. I called your name and you were gone. And I was trapped like a prisoner in this lonely town. I'm gonna let things slide until the pressure comes down.
There it is. They love doing those crazy like solos in like the 70s and 80s. Like every video that you react to from that point in time, it always seems like it's like, okay guys, are you ready? Let's get that big guitar solo or that big keyboard solo or that big drum solo. Or it's really awesome, but they always have like these sax kind of sounds, trumpets, horns and things, like it's just a whole different period of time, wasn't it? It's just like all the music, like I was saying, it's crazy, like all the music that we've heard up to this point in time, pre-AI, I don't know, tell you guys, but yeah, man, it's just, I don't think music will ever have that same essence, that same soul, that same passion, because, well, I don't think that yeah, it's hard to, it's kind of like, they say, when you first watch that first movie or something, that in any like, movie franchise, that first one there's just something about it that just, you can't recreate, no matter how good anything else is after that. And it could be great, but there's something always about the original, right? Just ask anyone who drinks Coke, they'll tell you, hey, Pepsi, it's got it, but Coke, well, it's the real thing, it's the original, it's just extra, so actually, and I seen that they've got a new there's someone else has brought out a new Coca-Cola clone or something. Well, I guess there's tons of people bringing it out, but this particular entrepreneur, I think he thought that he could kind of copy the golden years of Coca-Cola, and he came up with his own version of Coke. And let's just say that, yeah, you can't put Coke in it in 2024 and sell it. It's kind of frowned upon, even though Coke got away with it once upon a time. You can't get away for 2024. So anyways, yeah, just a little bit of news that you may have not heard of. And there was a joke somewhere there. I lost it, and I apologize for failing you. Okay, I ain't had much sleep. All right, just calm down, simmer down, calm down. Let's let John do his thing, and then I won't tell any more jokes. Well, you should never make promises you can't keep, so let's just go. Come on, John, go ahead.
All the winner tells the story. The loser had to share. The winner steals the glory, while the loser takes the fame. Take it down, take our pressure down.
I heard one of you. I am not on Coke. Stop it. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't even drink Coke. Stop it. I heard it. I literally heard someone out there say that because of my bad joke telling. Sometimes you can tell a bad joke, doesn't mean you're on drugs. All right, calm down. All right, not everyone can be funny all the time. I mean, just look at Eddie Murphy. He ain't funny any of the time no more. Yeah.
Cause I can feel it, it's crashing like a storm. Yeah, yeah. Take over the wheels and turn them around. Take the pressure down. Take the pressure down, take it down. Cause I can feel it, it's crashing like a storm. Oh no. Take over the wheels and turn them around.
I just realized, is that MacGyver? He looks like MacGyver. That would explain a lot. What if he's like MacGyver, like, an alternate reality or another dimension? That's MacGyver doing MacGyver things in one multiverse, but in this particular one, he's a singer. And then the one, what am I doing? I'm saying some crazy stuff. What did they put in that tuna? I didn't have any tuna, but it must be the McDonald's. Seriously, there must be some of the onions or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, sometimes you just gotta just be in the moment, have fun. It doesn't matter if you're always funny or not. You're just having a good time. That's all that matters. John, bring it home for us. But he does look like MacGyver. You gotta admit it, right? Come on, don't tell me you don't see it. I'll wait. John Farnham, absolutely one of the most iconic voices of a generation. And it's really incredible that we have just been fortunate enough at this point of history to be born and to be able to exist in the same timeline as this vocal god. Like, he is absolutely blessed beyond belief vocally. I mean, and effortlessly. Like, he does it so easily. Like, as easy as it for some of you to pick your nose, he can hit those vocals like nobody's business. Like, it's so easy for him. Like, that's what I'm talking about, right? Because at the end of the day, not everyone can slay that way. Not everyone can do that. It's a gift. It's a talent. It's a blessing. It's absolutely incredible. But look, he put in the hard work. He put in effort because he perfected the craft. This is not someone who's just freaking woke up one morning and was the greatest thing since apple pie. You can tell that through time, he's improved and gotten better and gotten better. Everything's become more polished, like a fine wine. Over time, he is now in his prime. Well, at that time, that was probably his prime. I don't even know. All I know is that he right now could perform and still be freaking incredible and amazing, because again, he's put in that work, that effort. Like, he's legit. You know what I mean? He's not someone who's just pretending to be a singer. He's someone who actually is not only a singer, but a performer, an entertainer, someone who absolutely can carry their weight and fight in the ring with the best of them. And let's be real about that, because I don't think that some people don't really know just how amazing John Farnham is. And it's not your fault, because maybe if you're not even from, Australia, maybe you maybe never heard of him, right? Like, I know before I came to Australia, I had never heard of him. You know what I'm saying? But if you live in Australia, he's like freaking, who could you say? I mean, he is the biggest artist, realistically, I think, of all Aussie performers within Australia. I think he is the most well-known, most highly regarded, most highly respected, and he is probably Australia's one true, undisputed icon of all icons, legend of all legends. Like, he is the GOAT. He really is. If you're ever going to say the word GOAT to represent an artist, you have to put him into the conversation. Like, literally, he is just that freaking incredible. And I've come to appreciate his music so much thanks to you guys for requesting him all the time. I've gotten to feel like I really know him. I really know his music, you know, and I think that, like, at the end of the day, you really get to experience, like, if you were someone who didn't even know what real live music is, because you heard that, right? That wasn't a recording. That's not something he did in a studio. Of course, anyone can get a studio recording to sound great, especially these days with all the freaking technology, the bells and whistles. I can make anyone sound good in a recording studio. But back in these days, man, you know, you didn't have the same technology available to you to help you to sound good, you know, to fix your pitch and your key and everything, you know, when you're singing and all these different things to enhance your vocals when performing live that you can do now, right? In this era, 1986, when he did this performance, you had to be able to represent. No cheat codes, no freaking shortcuts. You had to bring it. And he brought it every single time, because I've watched these reactions. You guys watched them with me. We watched them together. We've seen that he, each and every time, he goes full throttle. I've never, ever, you know how, look, here's a good example. Mariah Carey, okay? As great as she is, as highly regarded as one of the greatest vocalists of all time herself, she's held in high regard. But I've heard her perform live completely out of key the entire performance, okay? Now, to be fair, it could have been her monitors wasn't, you know, she wasn't hearing things clearly. You know, it's hard in certain settings to actually get your monitors right, you know, your sound right. You know, you might not hear what you hear and what they hear, what the music's, you know, it just all might not be in sync. It might not be right. But it could also be that sometimes the nerves get to people as well, you know, performing live in front of a big crowd. Some people, each and every time, they still get the nerves, the flutters, you know, they still get a little bit of that freaking nervous energy kind of situation. Now, when I perform live, I'm going to tell you something. I always felt like I'm going home on stage, like that's my home, that's my safe place. That's where I'm able to take my shoes off and to just kick my legs up and get nice and comfortable, because I am in my element. This is my cribbo, if you know what I mean. I'm like, this is where I am. So I always found it comforting to be on stage. Like I've never been one to, you know, like, well, I should say, in my, you know, prime, not my prime. What word am I looking for? In my, okay. The first time I ever performed, obviously, yeah, I had some nerves. It was one time in my life that I can ever remember having a bit of nervousness, energy. It's literally just one time, guys. And that was when I was 8 years old. And that was my first performance in front of a crowd. And it was like my first, like, legit performance. I got paid for it. So that's my first pro performance, because I got paid. Big crowd. I'm sitting at the piano, about to sing a song, playing the piano at the same time. That takes skill, especially when you're 8. I'm just saying. You don't have to give me praise, but you gotta respect that. At 8, that's pretty great. I'm just saying. Anyways, so I'm there and I was petrified, guys. I was scared. I was nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And all I know is that in that moment, it was like almost, if you ever say something was like the most defining moment in your life, where you know that moment is what was the catalyst to help propel you the rest of your journey in your life, right? Because that was the moment where I faced fear for the first time head on. And you know what got me through it? Was my mom. My mom was out in the audience. And so I'm sitting there. I'm just sitting there and you know, at the piano and stuff. I'm nervous and stuff. I looked out in the audience and my mom looked back at me, and my mom went like this. That's all she did. She just looked at me with a big smile on her face and just went. And let me tell you, she didn't have to say a word. I knew when she nodded with that smile, I knew that I could do it, and everything was perfect. She said more in that nod and that smile than, than I could ever have imagined, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I think at the end of the day, we just need that. We just need to know that other person out there believes in us sometimes, you know what I mean? Like it gives us that extra something to, get us to be like, okay, I can do this, right? Because if some other people believe in you too, you feel like, yeah, I can do this. Especially when it's your mom, My mom used to always tell me, you can do anything, and I tell you what, that performance was one of my greatest performances that I've ever done. A song called Be Grateful is the song that I performed first for live for the first time, and it was absolutely a life-changing moment, let's say that, because when you get over that first big hurdle, that first like fear factor type moment, it becomes easier, But that's the time that I remember. Okay, I just want to share a story. Probably shared it before, so if I have, well, sorry. If you ain't heard it, well, hope you enjoyed it. But anyways, all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, there's artists that get out there and they can't, hold it together. Fear gets the best of them, the moment gets the best of them. But I have never, ever seen out of any of the videos I've reacted to, I've never heard a story of John Farnham ever being anything except just boom, let's go, and on point and freaking incredible. And look, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point early in his early days that he had that moment too, like I had, where it was like that's the defining moment where I found out what I was really truly capable of, facing my biggest fear head on and knowing that everything was going to be okay. Maybe he had that moment, I don't know, but everything I've seen, he's like Superman in a cape. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I enjoyed this. Look, what's not to enjoy? And he always surrounds himself with very talented people. He always has the best of the best around him. What is there not to love? You know what I mean? What is there not to love? What is there not to love? So, I love John Farnham. Thank you guys for requesting John Farnham as much as you do. Thank you, Jazzy J, for your request. I appreciate it. Great one as usual. And thank all of you guys for tuning in. I love being here with all of you guys, and I love that we can share in these amazing bodies of work together, these masterpiece performances by the greatest that have ever walked this planet. So thank you guys. I love you so much. And as always, remember to show me the fullest. Keep it off tap. We are out.
We gotta get out of here! I'll catch you guys later for another vlog!